Nan Franks is the CEO of the Cincinnati Addiction Services Council. They run the 24-hour hotline within Cincinnati. Has just moved into northern Kentucky. 281, what is it, 281? See, I drew a blank. I knew that number like the back of my hand. But they absolutely jumped on board when other people were still being a little bit cynical and wondering. We greatly appreciate it. And Nan's going to share with you, their steps and the work that they do. So thank you, Nan, for being here with us today.
Sure. I just made this slide in the back, and I think just as people were talking, for me, the single most important piece about this, and Will's like, you didn't put any words. Well, I couldn't figure out how to stick words on it. But if you think that big circle is the addicted person that's in front of you, if you cannot remember that underneath the defenses, the pharmacology, the isolation, the shame, that individual's self, their human light burns as bright as anyone else's, you really will not be successful in this work. And I don't know how else to say that. You have to believe that as long as they can take a breath, there is hope for recovery, and that their human dignity requires that we believe that. So it's a pretty strong statement for me, but when I think about why our work works, it's because we believe that. I will tell you that Alcohol or Addiction Services Council also, we do a lot of our work is initial engagement. So we're very invested in moving people from a place of not really thinking they've got a problem or not thinking there's any hope for them to a place where they're actively engaged in recovery. So that's our orientation. Some people have said that this has worked for me because I'm also an interventionist. So I look at someone and I think, what's our strategy to get through to them? And I believe our job is to move them from that place of denial or pre-contemplation to a place where they are able to take action. And so that's our job. So we don't tend to go, well, when you're ready, give us a call. Or, you know what? When Shauna talked about this woman in the country, it took us forever to get her hooked up, and then they said she needed methadone, and she had to be at the methadone clinic at 6 a.m. Well, we don't have bus service at 6 a.m., and if she wouldn't have made it to that appointment, they would have gone, you know what? I guess she didn't want recovery. So we traded off. I set my alarm for 4 a.m. one morning, and Shauna set hers for 4 a.m. the next. It's like I thought, we're not going to let some woman die because there's no bus at 5 o'clock in the morning. So I think it's kind of the willingness you have to have, and that, what else were we doing at 4 a.m.? We might as well be picking her up. So anyway, just keep that in mind.